Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, I'm on a big boot, deep snow walk behind my house, and I've been out for about 2.5 hours already, and it's really cold. You can probably hear my mouth is frozen. It's hard for me to enunciate. We got about 18 inches of fresh powder on top of some hard pack, so it's a really challenging workout. Even though I'm not running, it's still pretty exhausting. And I'm heading back to the house now, but it's been great being out here. Even though it's cold, I'm properly layered up and it doesn't bother me. I've got a pair of shorts and 2 pair of pants, 1 pair of big socks, 1 cotton shirt, then 3 long sleeve technical shirts and 2 jackets, and I'm good to go. I've got some lectures by Dr. Nick Hall, who's a neuroimmunologist, I think is the title he goes by, and it was fascinating stuff about stress and its effect on the immune system. So getting some real gems from him, and just having lots of thoughts about challenge and overcoming obstacles and perspective on things. Like, for instance, what I'm doing right now, wandering in the woods on a day well below 0 in deep snow, sounds crazy to most people, and it sounds like something that would require a certain type of mentality or a certain type of person, and that's something, you know, I can never do that. I mean, he's just wandering alone through the woods in snow and it's cold. But to me, it's actually really easy. Like, there's no challenge whatsoever to this. Not because I'm a special kind of person, not because I'm tough, but simply because I understand the environment I'm in, so it doesn't scare me. I'm not worried about getting lost, and I'm not worried about animals. I'm not worried about freezing because I'm properly layered, and I know I'm in good shape, so I don't have to worry about not being able to make it back. So because I'm prepared and because I understand the terrain that I'm in, it really doesn't require anything. It's actually really enjoyable to me. I look forward to this. I can't wait to do it. So it's the challenges that we don't understand that really get us. It's when we're trying to do an activity and we don't quite know what to expect, or we don't know how to predict or fully understand what might show up, what might happen. That's where we really get stuck. That's where I get stuck. And it's usually dealing with other people, because conversations for me are really frightening. Just based on the brain that I developed throughout my life and the brain that I was born with, and human interaction is always challenging for me. It's always frightening. And despite what people say, you can't just get over that. People tell you it's all in your head. And yeah, it is all in my head, but that doesn't mean that it can just go away. It is. It's the way my brain is set up. I acknowledge that. Certain patterns that have been set in place, I acknowledge that. But getting rid of them isn't simple. Getting rid of them isn't simply about smiling and being happy and saying, oh, it's just all in my head. It's just a thought. That doesn't change the way my brain functions. So I want to talk about not getting over things, but getting under things. Supporting yourself from the bottom, creating a foundation. That's what my little steps are about. That's what self-compassion is about. It's about getting under yourself, not getting over yourself. It's about getting under the challenge, not getting over the challenge. And starting at a real simple, basic level. Starting on the ground, getting grounded, and creating that support for yourself so that you can rise up from there. and not trying to have a superior image, not trying to have a superior mindset, not trying to have, not sucking it up and saying, I can do this, I can handle it, I'm this kind of person. It's about just simply acknowledging that this is something you deal with, this is a struggle, this is a challenge, and that's okay. So let's make the first step really comfortable. Let's make the first step feel safe. Let's support ourselves. Let's get under ourselves and be gentle as we take that first step. Like for me, again, this is easy because I have a really solid foundation under this kind of activity. So I don't have any fear around it. So when it comes to activities in your life that you don't feel supported in and that are continually problematic and challenging, that's something to look at. How can you make that first step gentle? How can you make that first step feel safe? Because you've taken a good look at what is possible, the possible outcomes, and you've really made the step small enough so that the possible danger of any of those outcomes is really going to be a minimal danger. You're not going to lose a limb. You might simply get a little scratch. Okay, I can handle a little scratch, but we're worried that we're going to lose a limb. We're worried that it's going to kill us. We're worried that we're going to be rejected. So by understanding the terrain and the step, really understanding the step that it is that you're taking and making it small enough that you can see the whole picture. And then when you take it, you're like, okay, there's a chance I succeed and there's a chance I fail. And if I do fail, the impact isn't going to be that bad. I'll handle it. I'll recover quickly from that. And I'll learn something that will maybe inform me when I take the next step. But it's just a scratch. So it's okay. All right, so the next time you find yourself struggling, try to get under yourself. Try to be compassionate with yourself. Try to just be gentle and say, let's make a really nice first step. Let's make it small. Let's make it gentle. Let's make it comfortable. Let's talk ourselves through it. Let's look at the ups and the downs, the pluses and the minuses, and just reduce it down to the point where the minuses are not going to hurt us that bad. Okay, we can't get rid of them completely. We can't do that. We can't totally control it, but we can reduce the amount of possible negative impact by learning what we can about it and making it smaller. So get under yourself. Don't get over yourself. Okay? It's not that you're not important, it's that you are important. Getting over yourself is about saying, you know what, you're not that important. Just get over yourself, dude. Seriously? Do you think your challenges are significant? Getting under yourself is about saying, yeah, to your brain, your challenges are important. To you, your life is important. Your feelings are important. That's real, that's legitimate, and that's valid. It's not about devaluing yourself. It's about saying that, you know what? I actually do matter. My feelings do matter. So let's get in there and honor those feelings. Let's acknowledge them. I'm scared. I'm afraid right now. Okay, well let's take a look and let's try to comfort that. And get you to take that first step comfortably. Okay? Get you all layered up and all toasty and cozy so that on the inside of this outfit, you're experiencing 75 degrees even though it's well below zero out here. And here, I'm toasty. So see what you can do to get under yourself to make yourself toasty so that you can take that step and just feel a little bit of pain maybe on your cheeks, and that's it. Nowhere else. Okay? Hope that's of value. I'm hungry. What am I gonna have? My friend told me that she had oatmeal yesterday. I was like, you had oatmeal? Tell me about it. And she's like, well, it's not really oatmeal. It's blended up apples, bananas, and dates with a little cinnamon. And maybe some ginger, I think she said. So maybe I'll do that when I get home. Maybe I'll make some oatmeal. I found an area where deer have been bedding. They dig up the snow and they lay down. And they also look for beech nuts and acorns. Lots of deer activity here. They've been going crazy in here. It's like Deer Central. These are my neighbor's horses. I always wonder how they fare in the cold weather. They seem to be doing okay. At least they have a little bit of sun right now to shine on them. Check this out. Looks like a hawk or some other predator bird touched down in the snow to grab a little snack. Look at how there's one wing print. You can see where the feet went in right there. And then you see where the face went in. So this hawk, I assume it's a hawk. The head is kind of small, so it's not an owl. I don't know if it was trying to get a snack or what it was doing. I don't see any little rodent trails because they'll like burrow under the snow and you can kind of see where they're tunneling. And I guess the predator birds watch that from above. So I don't know if he just like fell out of the sky. But anyways, I wish I could have seen this take place. It's kind of neat to see the leftover face plant. These are our kitty trails that we shovel. We don't want the cats going in the road, so we make little trails for them to run around in. Because if we just shovel the driveway, then we're afraid they're going to get down into the road, so we make trails. And this is the little garden hut that we made a couple years ago. I dug a big hole under it, 9 feet deep and 6 feet square. And then I laid pipe down in there, so it's geothermally heated. We've got a air intake pipe here. So it takes air from the outside, sends it down 9 feet into the ground, and it goes through like a big coil that I built 9 feet down, and then it comes up in there. And it's always quite a bit warmer. Like it's still not super warm, but it's 32 degrees in there. Or 0 degrees Celsius. So it's a lot warmer inside this hut than it is outside. So we start a lot of our plants in here before we put them into the garden. It's kind of neat. Not exactly the way I wanted to design the building, but I dug the hole, and then I went away to do some talks and came back, and my family had taken the lead, and it's not as light as I wanted it to be. I envisioned a big greenhouse, but this is what they wanted to do. So, anyways, neat little spot. And my kale is done. Finally done. I picked the last leaves to make my smoothie, so store-bought kale from this point forward.